warm welcome to everyone here. Welcome to I Am Community. This is one of the initiatives that we have started to share some of the Gyan nuggets, as we call these small bites. Myself, Aprajita Prasad, founder director of MetaConnect Consulting, and into the business research and strategy space for more than 15 years across the globe. After having worked in a lot of established players and startup, when I decided to take the plunge into entrepreneurship, I had, like most of you have, I have a lot of apprehension, a lot of self-doubt. The journey wasn't easy at all, but trust me, it's worth the pain. So here I am today to share some of the pointers, nuggets, learnings that I have gone through in all these years of my entrepreneurial experience. And more so, I would love to talk and share my experience as a woman in entrepreneurship, the challenges that we face, the ways that we need to overcome these. So firstly, there has been a lot of debate about whether this women entrepreneurship, or as we call them womenpreneurs, should this be a separate genre, or there is a school of thoughts which says that entrepreneurship itself is a holistic thing and let's not divide it. Well, both holds its own plus and minuses, but shying away from the reality would not change it. In theory, that's good to say that it's one genre, but in practical world, in the society that we live in, we must first acknowledge that there are issues, there are challenges that is specific to we as a women. So when we combine these two forces, as I call it, women, the epitome of energy, and entrepreneurship, which takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of challenges. So when we merge these two, there has to be something that's a niche area which has its own both plus and minuses, where the challenges are different, where the responsibilities are different, and the outcome is also different. So, let's quickly say and what challenges we face. And I would just go ahead and give 5 tricks or 5 simple ways to rise as a woman entrepreneur based on the learnings that I have got from my own experience. Having worked in this space and being a startup enabler and a coach, having won a few of the awards, I have seen a lot of people struggling with these things. So the very first trait that I would like to share with everyone is number one, delegate. As a leader, as a sole responsible, as the person who heads at the top, you must learn to delegate. Delegation is something that could keep your hands free so that you can pick other stuff. No human being can do everything on his or her own. More so with a woman, we have an inbuilt trait to take control of things, to take control of the situations. But let's be honest, it's not possible. We can't do everything. Maybe somebody else who is doing it may not do it as proficiently as maybe I can do it, but still, I cannot do everything. I need to learn to delegate. I need to pass it to others. Also, nurture the other layer so that when you delegate, slowly they start taking a lot more responsibilities. So learn to delegate, let loose of your hand so that you can get hold onto other stuff which are much more important. So that's rule number one. Number two, again, the very fine balance between a women entrepreneur is, let's not have any guilt. Don't get into this guilt syndrome that I am not able to do things perfectly for my family, for my children, for my spouse, for my work, whatever. Get over this guilt feeling. You are here to build a dream. You are here to build a business, which is equally like a child to you. You cannot take away that time. You cannot take away that energy. Don't get into a guilt feeling. Nobody can do everything in a 100% manner, but the overall proposition has to be 100. So learn to be guilt free, and that's where you would have to build an ecosystem where you get support. You need to have the support and strength of your family and friends. because otherwise you would be pulled in so many directions that it would be impossible to manage it all. So that's the number two skill, trait, or quality that we need to nurture within ourselves to grow as a women entrepreneur. Third, that goes well with both, both the genders, I would say, network. We as a women, when we go out in a meeting, when we go in an event, when we go in a business development meet, what happens is, as a general tendency, we tend to stick in a small corner, and it's not biased, or I'm not targeting anyone. I have also done that in my life. We tend to be among a few of other women, if there are any, or in a small circle. But get over that. Learn the art of networking. You have to go out, meet people. I have personally felt this, that in some of the gatherings, even if we have the best of opinions, we would keep it to ourselves. And maybe in a tea break or something, then we would discuss it, and not discuss it when that meeting was happening. Why so? Make your voice heard. Have that confidence. Go out, meet people, network. Because end of the day, like we always say, your network is your net worth. You would only do business with the people you know of. You would only collaborate with people you know of. They would only support you if you are connected. So learn the art of networking. It's very important, more so when you are into a business. So don't hold yourself back. Don't hold your opinions back. Go out. You have to. It's not about, there are people who say, I'm an introvert. Fair enough. Be an introvert person. But as a business trait, you need to learn to be extrovert. You need to go out and meet people. That's only you would bring in business. That's only how you would meet your creditors, your suppliers, your customers. So network well. Have that confidence in you. Go out, take the lead. So that's my third mantra: network, network, and network. Fourth, very important, we as women, we have this tendency to say that, okay, I have achieved this much, okay, I have done this much. And then start expecting that things should be passed on to us as a favor. No, that's not the best of things. The fourth mantra to rise as a women entrepreneur is be worthy of it. Command it, respect it, earn it, and not feel that it should be passed on to as a platter, because just because, if we go up by the statistics, that only 9% of the entire startup ecosystem has women entrepreneurs, that does not mean that you should be given a favor. Be worthy of it, earn it, respect it, and that should be within you, that I command it because I have that skill in me, I have that product with me, I have that team in me, I have that zeal in me, that I can do it. So be worthy and not get influenced by the prejudice that the society would impose on you. That's also one of the things that I have experienced with my entrepreneurial journey. Since let's agree to it that most of the thing is a lot into a into a male dominated society. So what happens when people assume that she may be the flavor of the season, she's here to play or not, you may not be taken seriously. But don't get suppressed by these prejudices. Prove it wrong. Prove it wrong. Show that you are here to play. Show that you are here in the long run. You are here as a serious candidature in the entrepreneurial world. So that's when people would start valuing it. And last but not the least, once we talk about all the challenges that the women face in the entrepreneurial world, let's also focus on the policies, on the privileges that the government, that the system, that the world gives you. Unless we know where we can take benefits, the rebates, the small policies that's built for us, we will not be able to take advantage of it. So, it takes both the side of the game. Learn the policies that are women specific, that are there to boost women entrepreneurship, and not just talk about that what are the challenges. So it's the both sides of the coin. So those were my 5 top points that I wanted to share for the ways to rise in as a women in entrepreneurship. Just a quick fine glimpse into it. Number 1, delegate. Number 2, be guilt free. Number 3, network, network, and network. Number 4, be worthy of whatever you are commanding. And number 5, learn to know the policies that's there for women entrepreneurship. So those were the quick 5 pointers that I wanted to share for 5 ways to rise as a woman in entrepreneurship. Thank you.